Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to replace a cabin air filter for the 2017 Toyota Prius 3 Touring. Okay, there's a part number for it, original Toyota parts. For this filter, for this model car, I really have problem because number one, the filter doesn't come with a part number, and you know, I contact Toyota. I bought it around February or March of 2017, and in June I checked it and the filter really dirty. So I contact Toyota, one of the dealer online, and they sent me this filter, okay, and it turned out this filter doesn't fit, okay. It's not the right size. So luckily they refund my money, and you know, they told me I don't have to send this filter back, okay. But I really have a hard time trying to find a filter. So what I did, I took the old filter and I put it in a bucket of dishwasher fluid, dishwasher soap and water, okay. I dipped it there overnight, and then in the morning all the black stuff came out, and then I dried it and I reused it, okay. And that thing is still on the car right now. So now I'm going to show you how to replace the filter, okay. Oh, by the way, if you decide to use a different type of filter that on the internet that advertise it will fit this car, the problem is you know, like, you can't find a filter. You start looking for a dimension. So I measured these dimensions. I went online and I find here's a part number for it, right? So this filter do fit, okay. But if you get a charcoal type, then if you put it in this car, it will fit, but it's gonna make a lot of noise, okay, because the fan kick on. I don't know. I guess it sends the airflow through these filters. So if you want noisy, yeah, you know, then these filters might be for you. But me, I like it nice and quiet. So you know, I'm not going to be able to use the charcoal because the original filter is very thin. Okay, it looks like it's made out of fiber material, and it's very thin. If you put the other brand on, then you have to turn the fan turn the fan on all the way, and you know, a lot of times you don't get enough airflow through it. Okay, so that's the trouble I have with these filters. So now let's get down to it. First thing you need to do is clean out your glove compartment, okay? Because you're gonna take this whole thing out, okay? So what I do, I'm gonna throw it on the floor, and when you open the glove compartment, you go to the right side of it, okay? You see this tab down here, okay? This is what I do, okay? I use my middle finger, I put it underneath this tab, and I use my index and my thumb. I give it a pinch on this tab right here, okay? Let me see if I can zoom it in so you can see it. Oh, okay, so, all right, try to get it where you can see it. You see that thing that have a slot? It look like a flat screwdriver and fit in it. Well, you don't need a screwdriver. All you do is middle finger, thumb, and index, okay? So what you want to do, you want to squeeze this, well, I guess it looks like a nipple, huh? So you're going to squeeze this nipple in, okay? Because the slot cut right in the middle there. You squeeze it with your middle finger, you pull them out like that, okay? So squeeze and pull, well, you know, move it, pull it out, okay? So you got that latch out of the way. And then the next one you want to do is the one up here, okay? So this is the one that holds the glove compartment in place, okay? So what you want to do, you take your index finger, you press it in gently, and then you press in, you kind of like pull it toward you, press it in, okay? Pull it toward you. You see how See how this thing move inward like that? Okay, you press in, you pull it out a little bit. Don't pull it too hard, just a little bit. Okay, and then on the other side, you just use your index finger, curl around like that, and you pull it, you know, toward the right side and outward. Okay, so you just a little bit. You don't need to do it hard. Okay, just a little bit, and then you're gonna feel this thing kind of like release. Okay, and then the next step is go back to the first one, and this time, you know, if you got two hand, hold on to this glove compartment, because when I push this thing gonna fall right out. Okay, so with your hand, hold it, push it in, and see how this whole thing falling out like so. Okay, so now what you have is these clips right here, these tab that go into. All you do is lift it up and it come right out. Okay, so here you got 1, 2. Here's a center one, 3, and then you got 2 on this side, 4, 5. Okay, these 5 tab is gonna go over the, you know, right into this hole right here. 1, 2, and then here's the center, 3, and then 4, 5. Okay, that's how you're gonna put them back in. Okay, just align this tab, go into these holes. Okay, all right, so soon you got that out. Now you're looking at the tray. This is where your cabin air filter locate. Okay, so on here, I don't know if it show clearly on my camera, but there is a number 3 right here, and then there is a letter up right here, and then the arrow pointing upward toward the roof. Okay, so how to take it out? What you want to do, use your index and your thumb, pinch these 2 tab right here, you pinch it, you pull it out toward you, and then you kind of like pull it to the right to release these 2 tab here. Okay, so this is how you do it. You pinch it, pull it toward you, and then pull it to the right, and it will release the 2 tab. You see that on that side there? Okay, and let me see if it show number. There's a number 3, and there's a word up and the arrow. Okay, right there. Okay, so you get this out. Now you get into a real air filter tray. Okay, and here's a tray right here. Or you take your finger. If your finger too big, use your pinky. If it's still too big, well, use somebody else's finger. Okay, but anyway, put your finger right under here and you know, pull this tray out. Okay, when you pull it out, it's like that. Okay, that's your filter. Now this is the original filter. As you see, every 6 months when I do these maintenance, if I see it dirty, now I just take a vacuum and clean it. Now this one here, you know, I dip it in dish soap, you know, with water, and I leave it in a bucket overnight, and it, you know, look pretty good. Okay, of course it's not as you know, white as the new one right here. Okay, but that's what I do when I can't find the right filter for it, and I just shuffle around for a replacement. Okay, so when you take the filter out, as you see the original one, because I dip it in dish soap, so the instruction is right here. It's you're barely able to see it. Okay, but there's no part number, so that's the problem. Okay, I bought this new filter. Again, here's the instruction. Here's the instruction right there. You say up, all right, but there's no part number on these. All right, there's no part number. You know, I expect something, you know, part number made in Japan, you know, but well, you know, what can you do, right? But anyway, to put them back in, so this is the front. All right, this is the front of the tray, and this is the rear of the tray, which is the back, right? So what you want to do is to put them in. See that we're up, you just slide this filter right underneath these 2 tabs like that. Okay, do the same one with the front. Okay. Now once you slide it in, now you got to do an inspection. Okay. So what you want to do, you want to inspect this edge up here, all the way around here. Make sure there's no air gap. Okay. Turn this around. Okay. Now this is most problem that people ignore. Okay. If you have somebody else doing this, they probably don't care. And next thing you know, you got dirt and everything in your compartment. You see that gap right there? Okay, I can see right through it. You see my finger? Okay, I can see right through it. Okay, so when you have this gap here, well, what you gonna do? Because dirt and stuff like that gonna go right through this filter. Okay, and so the way I fix it is, you might disagree with me. Okay, so the way I do is this. Okay. So I know that on the front one here, there's a gap, right? There's a gap right there. You can see the red color of the box. Okay, so what I do, I take the filter back out. Okay, just calm down. Don't get angry. Don't get angry and start waving middle finger everywhere, right? I show you what your finger good to do with the tap here, right? So just calm down. This is what you need to do. Just take it, right, turn it around. So now, you know that word arrow up, it's going to go to the rear of the tray, right? Just flip it around like so. Install them back in, like so, okay? Check it up a little bit. Now go check it, okay? There you go, okay? No gap. Is that a gap right there? Okay, so there you go. It's fit a lot better. Now underneath here, they have a really, a divider right here. Okay, that keep this filter in line. It's in line parallel to these filter rib here. Okay, so that's what you have to do. Okay, make sure that there's no gap. If there is a gap, I would highly recommend that you use some kind of adhesive and glue that on. Okay, so there it is. Okay, it just look like a gap, but it's not. Okay, it's really got in there. Okay, so there it is. Okay, that's how you fix it. So like I say, if there's a gap, then you can use RTV. I would recommend silicone, because you don't want anything permanent on these tray, because you change these filter maybe once a year or 6 months whatsoever. Okay, but the most important thing is inspect that gap. So now you can put everything back in, right? So here's the front of the tray, the word up number 3. You just take it and put it in the slot, just like that. Okay, the next thing you're gonna do is this one here. See number 3 and the word up. Okay, same thing, right? On one end, you're going to slide this thing inward. Okay, now with your index and your thumb, pinch this in and then push it inward so it snap onto that little tap right there. Okay, so it should snap right in. There you go. And this tray not supposed to come out. Okay, so that's how you install the tray. And then the next thing you're gonna do is install in this one, the glove compartment itself. So what you want to do is you want to align these tap right here. Okay, put it right into this hole. Okay, you got 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so because I do a one hand, it's a little harder for me to see, but you can see I align that one, and then I align this one here, and then what I do is I just gently push it in. Okay, when I push it in, this thing and this thing will snap in and it hold the glove compartment. Okay, so the last thing you need to do is come back on this side with this tap right here. Okay, lift this thing up a little bit like so, and align that hole onto that tap and just push it in. Okay, like that. Now you're done with replacing the cabin air filter. Okay, great job. Thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.